Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpix.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Oh boy, I'm a party animal. All right, here we go. With the matchups today, and let's start it off. This is the one I call it late afternoon game. Mindy, it's 4 Eastern, 3 Mindy, and 1 Pacific when the Cardinals take on the Nationals with Jack Flaherty on the road here, $1.45 now, and this total is 9.5 over 20.
Yeah, I got a eye appointment today at like 2:40, so I'm gonna miss the start of it, I tell ya. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Cardinals here today. They just got a couple of good road victories there versus the Mets, I guess. Jack Flaherty's been pretty good so far. Only allowed maybe a maximum of 1 run in his last, 4 starts there. Has a 2.14 ERA versus this Nationals team. I think he gets it done here today. Josiah Gray's kind of struggled here a little bit as of late, going with those Cardinals.
All right, Mindy will be on the cards here in this one with Flaherty. Two teams that are, I don't know, the two teams that are struggling. Let's just call it for what it is right now. And so maybe, I wanted to find some spots to try to, play the Nats, especially with Gray, that 3.19 ERA, not awful considering how awful Washington. Let me just say it for what it's worth.
How do I say this nicely again?
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Ziggy is going to be on the Nationals. My pick is Nationals money line teams that play the Mets lose the next game. I love it. Okay. Fernando, watch out. You might be the co-host of the new show. I want to say hello to D1. Oh, that's interesting, right? D1. I get it. That's got to be what it is. Maybe it's D. Maybe it's D joining us. But D1. I like D1. Now solo on the Nats money line here. And Big Lucci looks like he was favoring, or no, Nathan was maybe favoring the Nats here. Tim Ray, Nats run line. That's where I'm headed, I think. At $1.25. I'll take the 1.5 here. Plus, so it's a little bit of a mini challenge here, Mindy.
Challenge.
In this one, I'll take the Nats on the run line here. Take Tim's advice. And Big Lucci says the Cards took some extra BP. Is that right? They need it. Oh, okay, Gary. How big is that parlay? Is it? I always say take the money if you can sometimes, but. And Flaherty, our K-prop man Brett B is here today. Ron, I think that might be something we could look at today. It would probably be a day to do it. We're already planning the show out, but that's just it. I mean, Mindy and I, we do recommend straight bets. I think even Mindy and I are guilty here and there of maybe throwing down some parlays. And I got to be honest, when I'm throwing, because I'm all about those straight bets, Ron, and when I do throw down parlays, it's usually on those big, college football weekend, for example, and I want to be involved in so many more games, and somebody's out there 10-point favorite, just throw them in there in some parlays. Matt D, also Washington. Here's Fernando on the over here. I don't know. Gray's doing pretty well. These offenses certainly a disappointment. Nats on the run line for D1. Butterscotch on the run line. Ron Hahn will take him plus 0.15 in case it ends in a tie. Just teasing you, Ron. We know he's on the Nats plus 1.5. Fernando might be on the Nationals. Looks like Mindy's on an island a little bit here.
Whoa, look out.
Oh, here's Gary, though. I'm sorry. Here's Biggie.
Me and Gary.
Here's Biggie. See, and that's what that's what I mean. Like Mindy, you'll remember in 3 weeks to call Gary Biggie, and I'll be back to calling him Gary.
Right.
That's what I mean by you keep all of it straight, and like sometimes I say
I think Gary's like an investment banker too, right? I think he can give us advice there in your Robinhood account, perhaps more sports teams on the block.
Well, you talk about Juneteenth, and I don't want to lose any viewers and feel the other way. But I thought, you know what, if they're going to boycott this Bud Light, I think that's a good. And the stock dropped 30%. I'm like, I'm going to go get some of that stock. I'm going to trust that the politics are going to come out and be right in the end. Well, it hasn't really ever made a comeback yet, so that was kind of disturbing. Andre Glasgow here today. Hello, Andre. Nice to have you. Now that's a new name for me. And he's got Washington. Looks like I think that's Washington team total over 3.5.
Yep.
Right there. It's juiced. It's juiced. No doubt about it. All right. Yeah. Oh, Nathan says he thinks 3-team parlays are most optimal. I would say that I like 2-team round robins. But again, I'm just the less teams, the better, I guess, is what I really feel
Right.
about it. But sometimes, so like in some of those big ones, like 3, if you got 4 money lines, 5, I'll run them all out. I'll do a bunch of 2-teamers, a bunch of 3-teamers, maybe if it's 4 teams, I'll do the 1 4-teamer, and then you've got all the combinations. So that was a good suggestion. I'm going to go back and read that, maybe figure something out. Maybe we can cover the Discord. Hey, head on over to the Discord. Maybe I'll pop the link there in just a minute. It is in the description below. All right. Might be it, I think. Oh, he's going to win 1750. See, Mindy, now what would your approach be there? You're going to take half of that already, Mindy, and come in with I
hedge it. Like I just think it's a no-brainer. I'm not going to be the all or nothing. I'm going to take some.
Yeah, and what did Gary need? He needs the
Cardinals.
Oh, he needs the Cardinals to win?
Yep. So he says Cardinals can win by 1, and you guys, also win.
Mm-hmm. See, and that's a great. So when you're hedging here, you can.
Yeah, I would do the cash out, right? I'd hedge it. So
yeah,
I would bet, the Nationals plus 1.5, and maybe I hit the middle, right? That's how I'd do it.
Yeah, and you could even look 1750 is all. That's a nice chunk. So not only would I even consider 1.5, but I might even put a couple hundred on 2.5. Because it's going to be at 2.5. You're going to be close to probably $2 there, but you could do it plus a part of it plus 2.5. Guarantee
you can get way more money than that 450 cash out of the deal.
Gary knows what he's doing. We're just making some kind of tying in what Ron was saying there.
Yeah, for folks that are maybe newer to the whole betting aspect.
Okay, we spent a lot of time on this one, but there were plenty of opinions, and I like that. And we got 75 people here joining us today. How about Mr. Nate Carter here today as well?
Yeah, good to have you guys.
That's a new one. That's a new one for us. He'll take the reverse run line here. Obviously, Nate knows what he's doing. He spelled it right out there for us. Nats minus 1.5 reverse run line.
There you go.
I think we even can take a peek at that all of a sudden. Let me see what that one is at. By the way, that plus 2.5 was indeed exactly at minus 200. Minus 1.5 plus 240. That's when you've been doing this too long, I guess. Okay. Yeah, that cash. No, I'd be. The hedge is a way better option, right, Mindy? No doubt about it.
Right.
Okay. Great opinions here.
Right. You got no risk, no reward.
Yeah, and you see what Matt D, the cash outs, they definitely are juicing you on those.
Sure.
So, Big Lucci. All right. Yeah, and there's always in game, no doubt. You can always
Yeah,
wait and see
right.
too. Here's I don't want to take up too much of your time, Mindy, but when betting large amount, like if your team does, and look, we all love a sweat, right? And we're giving out our picks here. We're going to stick with them all the time. But if you're putting down a dime or two on a game, and your team is not off to you're expecting to win, right? So you think, my team better get off to a win. Look, they could lose, and the closer you get to the end of the game, if it's close, the variance goes up. Those are times maybe when the cash outs become a little bit more effective. You don't want to be sweating that and stuff like that, and you can always come back in game, smaller amount, things like that.
Well, yeah, because it's one of those, maybe they're offering you, 12, 1,300 or something by that time and not 400, right? So.
All right. Boy, a lot of great comments. I do want to move on, but man, everybody's really on fire in here today.
All right. Stephen Matthews, new subscriber too. Awesome.
Teresa's here today as well. Okay, there. Yeah, thank you. Stephen Matthews, new subscriber. Like and smash, everybody. Like and smash. Sounds like when I was in my 20s. All right.
Ramon.
Those were the days. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Okay, Teresa giving her plays to us right now. We'll put it in there because I think that's Nationals over. I think that's what that is right there. Okay. Well, talked about Jordan Lyles Day. Could today be the day, Mindy? I think everyone knows. I think all of our regular viewers know. And Tony was mentioned it on his show. Everybody knows Jordan Lyles is 0 for 14 right now. I think he's just 0-11, right? But all 14 games he's started, he's lost this season. So going to keep trucking him out there. He's got a 6.6 ERA, Mindy. It's not like he, is that pitching any tough luck. But when you're the Royals and you can get a guy who can still go out there and throw 5 innings, I guess you'd keep rolling with him.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Or not.
I don't even know what to think about all this. It's crazy, isn't it? Man, I feel like I have to take the Tigers. I feel like I don't have a choice in this matter here, Ramon. I mean, I guess I do, but man, I just don't see it happening today again for Jordan Lyles. I mean, I almost would consider taking the Tigers here on the run line today. They play pretty competitive against this Royals team, and they hit much better at home, right? 246 batting average there. So I'll take the Tigers today, minus 153. I think that's 145 now. I'm taking the Tigers.
Right. And here's
a couple guys too. So.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? If you're $1.45, that means that you're winning. You're the man. Tony says Mindy's our numbers lady here, but I think if you're 145, you're winning 6 out of every 10 games. Yeah. So 0-14, you're winning 0 out of every 14 games. So it looks like a bargain. Looks like a bargain.
Like a bargain.
$1.45. I'll take them with you at this point. Right. Look, got to be honest, Mindy. My numbers actually would say that at 145, not putting the 0-14 aside, putting the 6.67 aside. We know that Olsen. We need to see. He's just not a proven commodity, certainly. So my value meter here says take the Royals. I'm going to put this one right in the garbage. I'm going to take the Tigers with you. Let's see who the chat's got. Sometimes I ignore my market read, of course, on games like that. Jamal, hello, good morning. He's on the Tigers. Ron will lay the run line here. Butterscotch. It's not a lock, it looks like. It's just Detroit. And Gary also got, looks like more parlay action, if I read that correctly. And Solo here. Andre loves the Tigers, of course. Doesn't feel too good when you're laying $1.45 with these guys, but
it's Jordan Lyles.
Detroit, Gary says Detroit and St. Louis. Lox and bagels. You a lox and bagels type of person, Mindy?
No, I don't really care for like the cream cheese and such. So I much prefer like butter on my bagel. So there we go. Plus no raw fish.
Ron will look to win a hundo today on the game.
Right.
All right. William. Yep. Yeah, we'll see. We want to see more from Olsen, certainly. But that's why I think there's just not enough of work, enough body of work there. So, yeah, solo thing. Yeah, just, when you're me, you just know these things for too long.
Yeah, I think the everything bagel is my favorite. The everything bagel with butter. There we go. Looks like other folks like that too.
All right. Oh, and Anthony, hello. I'm here in Vegas as well. Great to have you. First time saying hi. Thank you to Anthony. I'm 10 minutes east of the South Point Casino and also about 10 minutes north of the Green Valley Ranch Casino. So those are the two. Those are the only two I really go to, Mindy. I don't really go up the. How about did you see the Knights victory parade, Mindy?
I saw a little bit of it. Yeah. Some wild times everywhere.
Looks like we're on the Tigers here with a bunch of bagels. Hopefully that's what the Royals will have. All right, Mindy, the Blue Jays and the Marlins here. The Blue Jays favorite on the. Is that number right? Barrios minus $1.60. The total is 8.5.
Oh, goodness. I feel like the Blue Jays just really haven't been doing too much here as of late. So for me, I'm going to go on this Marlins team. That is what you say, like 8 or 9 games over 500. First time in a long time. I'm going to take him here on the run line. I'll take plus 1.5 here, minus 130. I just like how this Marlins team's been playing as of late. So that's where I'm going to go here.
I was going premium with him if we didn't put him on the show here, Mindy. I gotta look at this. I mean, really? Okay, I know that Barrios, 3.28 ERA, and Hoeing hasn't been too bad so far. I mean, talking about a guy who want to need a better
1.54 ERA at home. Yeah, not too bad.
So I'm not sure. He's only had 2 starts. I get it, but to me, the Marlins are kind of our moneymaker a little bit, aren't they? As far as getting involved with this team, so I would have took a money line, but you want them run line?
Yes,
I'll do it.
All right.
Here is Big Lucci on the run line here. Right, Butterscotch. Blue Jays aren't hitting on the road. Fernando will take the over in this one, and I just have some reservations, I think, on that at 8.5 now. That I'm not sure. So, is there another? Let's see here. Luis on the Marlins. Fernando's going to be on the Blue Jays. Okay. Yep. Barrios definitely been. Barrios is definitely bringing it right now. Ziggy on the Blue Jays as well. Big Lucci's making me hungry.
It happens.
Fernando on the over. Oh, we already said that one. Here's let's see. Ron. Here's Ron on the Marlins run line. Anthony says take him run line and money line. And all right. Yeah, I'd say so. Right. I mean, is someone out for right? Is Arise going to miss the game or something? I will say this was going to be the spot for Edward Cabrera. Um, so he's hit the injured list, and that's why we have Hoeing going in his spot. Looks like probably for a couple of starts for sure. So that's who is out, not a lineup change, but this would have been Edward Cabrera's turn in the rotation. So um, that's a fact. Chabal on Miami, Ziggy on the Blue Jays, Andre here, Miami run line, and JPZ and solo money line. All right, Mindy. We'll take we're taking Miami, of course. Cubs and Smiley, Pirates and Beto here making another start. Here's the Cubs. They're up to minus $1.30 with a decent run of late. Total 9/20. 9/20.
Well, Smiley just beat the Pirates about 5 days ago. So I'm going with Smiley here again today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs. Kind of feel like teams going in opposite directions here or so. Chicago's really played well. Won about, 5 straight, I think, versus I think they swept the Orioles, I believe, or they might have lost one time to the Orioles, I guess, right? So for me, I just think Pittsburgh, they've struggled to kind of stay healthy, struggled in the bullpen. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs here today.
Yeah, you're going to get a solid, I think you'll get a decent effort from Smiley. We're going to be on another one here, Mindy, with our Cubs. Yeah, with the Cubs. Yep, I want to do it. I want to take the Cubs. Yeah, Smiley ERA just under 4. He is on the road here. Beto, that was, he had a good outing. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Butterscotch, our Chicago correspondent on the money line. I think Nate's
no lock, though. No lock on the Chicago. I thought we would see a lock there.
Ziggy will take the run line. That's a big price. Cubs for Fernando. Cubs and over. And Stephen Matthew here on the under. Brett B's got his K prop. Londo here today, going to take the under. And yeah, Butterscotch talking about that pirate pen. It's been bad. They're falling down the ERA charts there of late.
Did you see the Dodgers are now the second worst bullpen right now?
Is that right?
Yes, and your Padres are the third best. But
okay.
I mean, I can't remember a time where the Dodgers have had a terrible bullpen like this.
No, they're always really that. It's been, I think, the key to the team's demise right now as far as their situation is concerned, and
Ohtani might be off the block for him here soon.
Cubs it over for Anthony. And take a look at that stat. Luis on the under, Ziggy on the Pirates. Run line. All right. Let's move on.
You guys are bringing the heat with your stats today. I like it.
Yeah. Rockies and Austin Gomber on the road here against those Reds. What a fun time the Reds had on their road trip.
Right.
Here, Williamson, big favorite, though, at $1.55. And the total has been skyrocketing here. It's 10/25. I guess it didn't matter if this game is played in Colorado or Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, Gomber just gets hit hard, no matter how you look at it, right? He's allowed 21 runs and 22 innings of ball here. And the Reds are just totally on fire. So I feel like I got to go ahead and take the Reds here today. I mean, I'll take a minus 164. It's okay by me.
Okay. Well,
what are we at now? 155. Perfect.
Yeah, and I want to do it too. I mean, the Reds look great. All of it. The Reds are playing very, very well. I think their prospects are nice moving forward. Taking on a Rockies team, funny. Gomber, he's up a unit and a half on the season despite his 7.29 ERA. It's not like he's made just a couple of starts. He's been a starter all season long. So you've got an ERA 7.29 And maybe he pitches in Colorado, but he's on the road here in Cincinnati. How much worse can it get? Williamson has been. He's just got a 5.4 ERA, but every time he's pitched, I think he's had 6 starts. I think they've won 5 of them. I don't have the stat in front of me there, but he's been money. He's been money when he's been pitching.
Yeah, he's only allowed a .091 batting average versus the Rockies. So
here's Luis on the Reds, Solo on the Reds, Ron on the Reds. This is going consensus. I'll take him. You'll take him. $1.55. That doesn't. These are the ones where, I don't know, sometimes we get caught up maybe in taking a look at Colorado, but of late, it just seems like the Rockies are not getting it done all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden. They're not good, but they're not always a terrible underdog, but right now they seem to be.
No, not today.
Who said that?
That's who is it? Be Mutombo, right? No.
Oh, okay.
Not in my house.
I thought someone in the chat was saying it.
Oh, gotcha.
Gary says those Reds are smoking right now. Nathan's on the Reds. Jay Smooth here today. Good to see Jay. He's on the Reds, and he'll sprinkle the money line a little bit, give himself a little bit of a -1 situation. Londo says take the under here, and yeah, that's the way I was kind of going, but especially with this big total. But I don't know. I think the total on the move there might be more of an indication of what we are going to see here. So maybe no value there. But remember this: the Rockies on the road, they are a dead under. I mean, they. I don't know if you have it there, Mindy. I know they score less than 4 runs a game on the road. That's
3.69.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're in Cincinnati here, so I guess you got to put them down for at least 4, but.
Yeah, you can round it.
Got a lot of Dodger talk in there. Big Lucci says it's value. It still values numbers 165. So I don't feel it, but I'm willing to do it. Okay. So let's just play the over as well. Matt says weather alert, huh?
I think only in Miami, right? I think that was the one game that it says something like intense storms or something like that.
Let's see here. I won't worry too much about it, but Ziggy says Rockies take them on the run line. Reds just sweep the Astros. That's a typical Ziggy angle, and I don't mind it there, but it just seems like when you have that type of momentum and you want to keep it going. Hello to Kevin Graham. Here he's on the Reds money line and the over. Andre says Reds team total over. Yep. Rockies lineup. Tovar day-to-day. Just looks like a great matchup for the Reds up and down this lineup. Stephen Matthews here today. Team total over. Ziggy will take those Rockies, though. Jamal on the Reds. Anthony on the Reds run line. We're on the Reds here, Mindy. All right. Yep, Ziggy ended up taking. And hello to Rodney Barton. Interesting bet there, Mindy.
Oh, okay. Hey, they got as good a chance as anyone, right?
The Red Sox today taking on the Twins. And here's James Paxton. We talked about it. Talked about him yesterday a little bit when we were unsure of the Red Sox plans going up here against the Twins. And Lopez, $1.25, 8 over 15.
Yeah, so the Red Sox got the sweep yesterday over the Yankees, but I think today might be a little bit of a challenge here today for Boston because of that. They've kind of blown up their rotation here a bit. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go on the Twins here today at home, especially because there was a little travel involved and such as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go Twins here on the money line.
All right, Mindy, going to take the Twins here, minus $1.25 against Paxton in this one. And let's see, Paxton, look, when I said welcome back, Pax, wasn't sure because, uh, coming off an injury, but it's been good. It's been decent so far, no doubt about it. Maybe hasn't gotten the run support he deserves, but in his last 3 starts, just a 2 ERA. Red Sox I had him as a premium there in that second game of the doubleheader last night. Lopez, 4.82 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Twins, though, have won just 4 of their last 10 games, not feeling too great about it here. And end up on the under in this one with the Red Sox and the Twins at 8 runs. Mindy, take the Twins. I'll take the under. What's the chat got to say?
Yeah, that Red Sox run line is a little steep, minus 191.
Okay.
As I saw who took it. Kevin Graham.
Okay. Yeah, Minnesota, though, they are 21-17 at home. So here's Ron on the Twins. Butterscotch says, oops, that was a different game, but we got you on that one. Brett says, take Paxton's K prop over. How about Lance Lynn yesterday talking about the K? Lynn.
Isn't that crazy?
Right. Well, look, I talked about
strikeouts and they still score 5 runs. Wow.
Yeah. Look, he's still got it. Something's going on, but that's not a fluke. Right? We know he is a strong strikeout pitcher. Maybe the team's not doing that well. You don't have always your best stuff. I don't know. Here's Luis on Boston. Twins money line for Fernando. He'll also take the over. I'm on the under, though. Kevin says take the Red Sox run line. Butterscotch is with me. He's got it as a lock. Let me mark that down, Mindy. Here, Butterscotch lock. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I should have went for the challenge and used a premium.
Right.
Gary on the Twins. Jay Smoove takes the over. Thanks for typing that again. And again, Jay, I saw you put it in there. I jumped the gun there and pushed the wrong graphic. So Big Lucci, Red Sox reverse run line. And Ziggy says his pick is the Twins money line. Make sure you guys follow Ziggy on Twitter. You get his plays.
Lockeroni for Gary, the under.
Twins and under for Londo. Anthony, he comes in first day. He wants a challenge. Oh boy. Yep. Oh. All right. What else we got here? Gary says under. I thought, did someone type in? Oh yeah, there it is. Lockeroni. I like that.
Right.
That's Biggie's. That's Biggie's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his definition of a Scotch lock. The
yeah,
Lockeroni.
that's what you're right. I've asked. So I'll say it again. I haven't said it in many, many weeks, but I want, if we could, have everybody have their own nickname for their best play. We could all have locks, but Scotch Lock, the Scotch, the company. Well, 3M's the company, I think, but Scotch tape. What? I got some right here. I got some right here. I'm taping up my plays, I think, is what I'm doing. Let's go to money line for Andre. All right. Thanks, you guys. Mindy on the Twins here. I'll take the Red Sox. Hello to Terrence Payne joining us from the network.
Nice.
Another Tennessean. Hey, we've got a couple Tennesseans in here.
We do.
No doubt about it. So say hello to each other in there. Just want to mention right now, Mindy, I'm looking at my odds screen.
What's happening?
Looks like one game that is on the move. We took the Cubs, but if you like the over on the game in the Cubs Pirates game, I'd suggest maybe getting on it right away. This one could be moving to 9.5. I'm starting to see 9/20s out there. And, when we were talking about the show, that's what it was, mostly 9/15, 9/20. But this one could be on the move a little bit. If you like the under, hang out and wait for that. But that's going on right now. A little bit of steam coming in, if you know what I mean. All right. Almost through all these games here, Mindy. Let's see here.
Couple more.
Here at the top of the hour, but okay. Did I get everybody? Let's play on that game. Nathan's play going to be a pepperoni? No, I like the pepperoni play.
Yes, definitely.
Ramon, I've got my pizza from yesterday. Okay. Big Lucci, stand by. We're going to get to that college baseball in just a moment. Save your pick right there, but I see it. And Kevin Graham didn't finish your sentence. Kevin, what you win with?
I won yesterday with.
All right. Let's move on now, Mindy. Here next up, Diamondbacks and Brewers. Well, it's a play of the day. Maybe this is looking down. I'm going to give this one maybe the game of the day with this pitching matchup. I don't know.
4-star, 4 out of 5.
Yeah, for sure. Merrill Kelly, Corbin Burns. Nothing wrong with Corbin Burns, I would think, after the let's just call it what it is. It was a mediocre, slow start. Burns is minus $1.15. He's been looking pretty outstanding of late. Total has gone up here to 7.5 over 15. Pretty big move on the over.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't know what happened to the Diamondbacks yesterday, but other than that, they've been playing pretty well, and so has the Brewers team, right? They've lost 6 of their last 8, but then they've won 5 of their last 9 home games. So they're definitely playing better at home here. But for me, I'm going to go back on the Diamondbacks here again today. I like Kelly, 2.12 ERA on the road. Burns, 3.27 here at home. The big difference, Diamondbacks hit 5.5 or score 5.58 runs per game of offense on the road. Give me those Diamondbacks here today.
Oh, I just look at some of the numbers. That's why I kind of feel like this is the game of the day. I mean, Merrill Kelly, 7-0 in his last 9 starts with a 3.18 ERA, and I think Arizona's got the better bats certainly right now than the Brewers. They've been such a big disappointment offensively, but Burns, 2.33 ERA in his last 4 starts. Brewers finally got some winning together over the weekend against Pittsburgh. Probably went to the well a few too many times with the Pirates in that series. The Brewers proved me wrong in that one. Arizona's won 8 of their last 12 as well. And Arizona, one of the best road teams in the major leagues, 20 wins, 11 losses. I'm going to go under with these two for sure. With these two pitchers at 7.5 here in Milwaukee. I'll take the under. Mindy on the Diamondbacks. Looks like the move's on the Diamondbacks. And I don't know if I necessarily mind it, but I just was swayed a little bit by what the Brewers did maybe this weekend. I'm not going to get on this one necessarily with you right here. Doesn't mean I won't be on them later. Here we go. We've got let's see here. Got to back up a little bit. We got some comments. Here's a Brewers for Fernando. Yeah. And Solo will be on the Diamondbacks. Did I miss someone giving out the play here? Brett B with his pitcher prop says Corbin over in the K prop. Ziggy's on the Brewers in this one. Merrill Kelly over. Kevin Graham on the Diamondbacks. And Butterscotch says Arizona money line. Andre's got a nerfy here, it looks like. Stephen Matthew, Diamondbacks money line and under. Nathan Cerna says take the Diamondbacks first 5 money line. Isn't there a snake emoji though? Here's Fernando, Diamondbacks run line. And Biggie's on the Diamondbacks. Jay Smooth says take the Diamondbacks. Big Lucci Brewers alternate run line, Luis on the Diamondbacks. All right. All right, Mindy, 2 plays there. Oh, look who's here. Hello. All right, well, let's see. I'm going to take a peek at the line screen here, but nothing yet, Mindy. I'm showing Jesse Schultens. Yeah, I'm showing Jesse Schultens as the likely starting pitcher today. So maybe we're just waiting for the odds to come out with Schultens here. But he's likely just an opener. He did go 4 innings against the Angels back on May 31st, but his last 2 appearances, which were just over the weekend, Friday and Saturday, were 1 inning. So I would imagine it's an opening situation for Schultens going up against Andrew Hahne here in this one. No line as of yet, and I don't know. I would hazard a guess that Rangers are a road favorite here. But what do you have on this game, at least at this point?
Well, I have Schultens historically versus the White Sox has a 2.89 ERA, or that could be his ERA for the season here thus far. But like you said, mostly in couple inning rolls. It looks like Hahne about a 4.05 ERA. I just think it's going to be too much bats here for the White Sox. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rangers. I think they can go ahead and continue some winning ways here, and I feel like Heaney's been pretty darn good on the road.
Yeah, no doubt about it here. And this one looks like, let's see if the chat can help me out a little bit. Yeah, Schultens, 0-2 with a 2.89. I'm not sure if that's somewhere.
Right.
Like you said, yeah. I just kind of saw as I was prepping for the show that he was going to be the likely pitcher, so didn't have a lot of work done on him last night in this spot. So let's just see what the chat might have to say here. This one's going to be a little bit tough. Hey, Curvin's here. Hello. There's Nathan. Got that snake logo.
There it is. That's their
names on the money line here. And Big Lucci, all right. Brett says go under in the K-prop.
Not a fan of Hahne, even though he's been good on the road.
Nathan Cerna says take the Rangers. Jay Smooth says take the Rangers today, money line or the run line. Yeah, they should be a favorite, he says. Fernando also. I almost feel like I've got to just go with the default here, Mindy, with the Rangers in this one because everyone seems to want to be on them today.
Just came up as a scotch lock.
All right. I'll do it then. Just
peer pressure for Ramon.
Consensus. Well, I mean, I don't really, I don't know what I was going to do on the game necessarily at this point without knowing for sure. But Hahne, you mentioned his road, but still 6.17 ERA in his last 3 starts. I think that's what the chat's kind of alluding to. That he hasn't been good of late. He is the type of pitcher that when he's on, he can be very effective. Texas is still 8-5 when Hahne pitches this season. So there it is, lock right there. Big Lucci says it's a no-brainer. Wow. The Big Lucci no-brainer play of the day.
There you go.
There you go, Big Lucci. If you guys don't make up your nicknames. I'll assign you nicknames. I don't have a play of the day nickname though. How can I do that? All right, this might be another interesting pitching matchup with Hunter Brown in there against Max Scherzer. I say interesting, because Max, but on the road, he's one of the worst in the league, quite frankly. Mindy, I know you're going to tell us that. No need
Yes.
to spoil the handicap here. That's your job. And look, kind of interesting, right? I mean, they are playing the Astros. You're not going to find Scherzer underdog too often, but it's starting to be that way because on the road, just not effective.
Well, but this is tough, right? Because Astros are 12-55 against Scherzer, but this Mets bullpen has been awful. 4.60 ERA. And then if you look at Scherzer's 5.35 ERA there on the road, it's kind of hard for me, even though the Astros don't hit Scherzer well, it's still kind of hard for me to go ahead and back the Mets today. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this Astros team here today, scoring 4.34 runs of offense, but only allow 3.95 runs there on defense. So taking the Astros today.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm kind of fading. My models kind of favor guys like Scherzer when they end up as underdogs. They've got a pretty strong rating here on what my computer spit out in this one, but I just can't do it. Not with these numbers right now on the road. Scherzer looks bad in his last two starts. Certainly, the Mets have lost 11 out of 14 now. Brown 3.7 ERA in his last four starts. The Astros are 9-4 when Brown starts. I think we're seeing funny how the Astros have gotten this, pitching staff kind of held it together a little bit with some of these new names. Got to give a lot of credit down there to the Astros, and still being, what are they, 6 games over 500 when they really haven't. And we know that Alvarez has been out, but just interesting, I think, there. And I'll take them with you here. What's the chat gonna? Are they gonna do it as well? Just can't get on Scherzer. Solo on the over. Nathan Cerna on the run line. Astros money line here for Ziggy. Luis will take the over. Here is a Mets backer with Fernando. Of course. Gary Biggie says Max has been anemic on the road.
He's in New York, Fernando.
Big Lucci says Scherzer's fell off big time. And Jay Smoove says take Houston comfortably here.
Right.
But, look, the Reds just came in, but the Reds are hot and the Mets are not, right? Here's an underplay for Fernando. I might not have any premiums the way we're going on some of these. But
mine's not going to be on the totals.
Hey, we'll rock them. We had a good week last week.
Right.
Mindy and I kind of keep track. If you were wagering, the way we kind of keep track, you see the numbers right there. But, if you put just a small play, even a half a unit last week, you would have been up with us over $600, I believe, is what our math came out to last week. Here's Andre on the under. Jay Smoove also likes the under. Bye, Ziggy. Thank you. As always, we're almost done here. Butterscotch, though, to go over in this one. Definitely have seen the 7 under 15 right now. Okay. Brett says take the Astros. Butterscotch says Scherzer gets rocked. And Kevin, Houston first 5.
The House of Gucci. There we go.
Okay, Mindy. I feel somewhat, as the Padres correspondent here, I feel somewhat vindicated as I've talked about Waka every game. And I would say that I stuck by him. I just mostly talked about his durability, given you the innings, and I think it's come to fruition a little bit. The Padres have definitely, at this point, um, yeah, he's come through big time. I mean, he's really worked hard. His starts of late have been very, very solid. Padres had a pretty okay time of it with their series against the Rays, but Waka here is a favorite on the road, $1.15, 8.5 over -120. Walker the starter, but Junis likely the bulk pitcher here. Walker the opener.
Yeah, Walker has that 1.23 ERA, but only 8 innings pitched there at home. So it's a little bit of a unknown, right? And then again, it's like San Francisco. It's like every aspect of how they're playing now is just kind of going right for them. Just taking out the Dodgers. They beat the Padres. No, I think they. Yeah, who won last time out? Was it the Padres or the Giants? Oh, yeah. The Padres beat the Giants last time. That's why I was like, well, it's a tough handicap for me. I think maybe because of that, I think the Giants might get this done here today. I think I'm going to take the Giants with maybe this little bit of a bullpen game. I just feel like the Giants are just kind of on cruise control right now. And I still feel like the Padres kind of have to sometimes work too hard to get runs. So going with the Giants here today.
All right. Well, I'm not going to necessarily fade Walker at this point. The last 5 starts, last 8 starts, 0.91 ERA, 5-1 record. Padres, basically a 500 team, but when Walker starts, they are 9-4. Like I said, this is a bullpen game, so you're probably going to see Jake Junis, maybe Manaea. I'm not sure. I didn't look to see what some of the work was. Giants have won 11 of their last 14. They're the team all of a sudden. They're 7 games over 500. The Padres are 1 game under 500. But Giants just 18-17 at home. Want to know, this is boy. I'm going to go with the under here on the show, man. This is a premium for me, but I'm just going to give it out here. We know the Padres are a massive under, but not only have the Padres gone under in 33 of their last 49 games, but Walker's gone under in 7 of his last 8 starts. Now the Giants have gone over in 5 straight. I'm going to give out the under here. Probably was going to be a premium for me, but I'm not going to necessarily fade Walker. And everybody, our regular fans know, have not been on the Padres very recently. So here we go with Gary on San Francisco. Butterscotch says Padres first 5. Andre, Padres. Walker over for Brett. Curvin does. I'll never say his name right on the first try ever. I am so sorry, Curvin. And he likes under. Jason Move says take the Padres. Waka first 5 here. And Gary loves the under in this one. So do I. At 8.5. Oh, my numbers say 7.5. So I don't mean the line. I'm talking my ratings. So. And even lower than that on some of the models. So I've got the under here big time. And TJ, though, says take that Giants -1.5. Hello, Gerardo. I tell you what, Gerardo and Fernando could do a soccer show. I tell you that.
Right.
Steven says take the Giants. Yeah, they're pretty hot. It's discouraging for me as a Padres fan.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.